All right, so this is going to be a quick video on how to replace speakers and or remove the door card on a SuperCab 2015 and up F-150. The videos I could find online were 2014 and older. This is a 2016 F-150, and so we're going to talk about removing the door cards on the back door here. There's a lot of videos on how to do the front door. Truck's a mess, needs a bath, but I got a lot of other things going on. So as far as tools, for the back door card, you will need a 7 and a 10 millimeter. At the front doors, you only need a 7. For the back door, you need a 10 for the handle part. And then trim removal kit. I always recommend buying one of these for removing any kind of trim. I did end up breaking one of them on this one. It was the very first or the second door I did in the front door, but that's what it is. And that's it. Just a 7, a 10 millimeter door removal trim stuff, a little bit of muscle. I did have to use some long needle nose to pull the plug for the window switch and the door on the other side, but it was easier just to take the door card off a little bit, pull the harness out, fish it back through the hole, and then put the door card back on. But again, video for door card removal on a SuperCab. What I figured out for this piece up here is you got to pop it up. There's just clips all the way around it to get to this 7 millimeter screw that's right behind here. This piece that slides up and down is on a track on the other side of the truck. I did pull it off the track and I had to get it back on a track over here. See if I can get in there. You might be able to see a little bit, but I'm gonna try to just pop this up, get this out of the way to get to that 7. I already did the other side of the truck. This is the last one, and I'm doing speakers. I got all the screws out all the way around it, so it looks like we've got 3 7 millimeter screws, 2 7 millimeter bolts, and 2 10. These are the 7s, so these are the 2 10s that are on the handle. These 2 go behind the door handle clip there, and all it is there's a little indentation on the bottom that helps you get a flat head underneath. I forget what side it's on, but and right there on the left side, there's a little flat spot. You can get a flat head in there and pop it off. This one's pretty easy. On the passenger, or I'm sorry, on the front doors. In other videos, you could see same little indentation right there. Don't go all the way in and pop these off, because there's a plastic piece in the back here that is plastic welded, and this one came off fine. On the other side, I snapped that plastic piece off because I went too far in and got behind that plastic piece and popped the welds off, but I just cement glued it back on the piece inside there. Anyways, just tip. All right, so I got all the bolts and screws out, and let's start pulling on it. This part gets a little wonky because this moves. This is kind of in the way. This is a separate piece. It's going to come off, and then on the last side, this came out on its own. I had to pull the plug out, but these aren't really working too great for me anyways, so at some point I'm gonna have to replace those. All right, get inside behind. I'm gonna put the phone down, but there's big clips all the way around this thing. All right, I was able to get it off. The button for the window regulator did pop up, so I just push the little tab in to disconnect it, pulled this up, let that go back down. Just remember, when you're putting this back together, this likes to fall back in here and get trapped, so you're just going to make sure you kind of get it up out of the way or something so you can feed it back through the hole in the door. Like I said, this piece kind of hangs out on its own. Make sure when you put it back together that you get it behind that seat belt. But yeah, there's just these big clips down the side, just pop into place up here in the middle, and you just evenly pry all the way around and make sure you clear it out. All right, so now I'm gonna get the speaker out of here. And if anybody is actually gonna do the speakers, if you're already to the front doors, you're gonna know how to do the back doors. 3 7s all the way around. Take this little clip out here and then pull it out, put the new one in. But I am doing a sound deadening mat all the way around the door. Whether it does something or not, I don't know, but we'll see. All right, doing this video again because I realized the fan was on and it's making a whole lot of wind noise. So I removed the 3 7mm screws around the speaker. And just in case anybody forgets what screws are what, these 3 with a more coarse thread are for the door card. The 3 finer thread are for the speakers. So door card, all right, pointy, coarse thread. Speakers, a little finer thread. All right, so in case you forget which 3 go where, door card, coarse, finer threads, speakers. All right, 7mm for both. All right, got the speaker in, sound deadening stuff. So it worked. I tested it. Always make sure to test your speakers for putting the card back on. So I did. Works good. And whether this stuff does something, I don't know. But the speakers were blown in the front doors. Might as well do the back doors. Sorry, the truck's a mess. I use it. So yeah, there you go. All right, so I got it back on. Only took a few seconds. The biggest troublesome is just getting this routed around the hole down there, getting this back into place, keeping this part out of the way, and then lastly getting that plug through. But it just pops right on. It's only a few clips. Doing all 4 doors, I only broke 1 clip, and it's on the other side of the truck. One of these over here. Is what it is. But everything goes back together, and I tell you, man, these new trucks are a lot easier to work on than the older things. But yeah, so that's all it is. Again, screw there, 2 10s here, 7 7, 2 7s in the bottom, and again that one's a 7 on top. Alrighty, all right, getting it buttoned up, getting the last couple pieces on. Again, with the little trim piece here, there's one little clip in the middle, so it just kind of goes in. There you go. That one again clipped on pretty well, and then just for the window regulator, plug it back in, good to go. I had to put the phone down, but plugs in and goes down like that, and that's it. Move the phone out of the way, or fan rather. And again, this was a door card removal for the SuperCab. And everything I found was for crew cabs. The only thing I could find for SuperCabs were older trucks. So this is for the 2015 and up. This is a 2016 for the 15 and up. 18 they changed the front grille, but I'm pretty sure the back doors are the same. I don't know. But anyways, that's the back door on the SuperCab. Easy day. All right, so I was all over the internet trying to find a way to remove the door cards on a 2015 to 2017 and probably up SuperCab. All the videos I found were from 14 and older, and they're a little bit different, the door cards. So it'll be a quick little video on how to remove it and what I found out. There is going to be 10mm and 7mm. 7s go all the way around. The 2 10s will go into the door latch here. I'm gonna have pictures of where each one of these go.